Okay, it's time to create a presentation for training the trainers. And so what I'm going to do here in Soapbox is to do an entire lesson plan in under 10 minutes. The first thing I'm going to do is give my presentation a name, and we'll call it Train the Trainers. This is going to be a 60-minute presentation. And we're going to do this virtually for a group that would be attending a webinar on how to train a specific curriculum. Even though they're not necessarily training professionals, they'll still need to learn how to do some sort of training. I would expect about 20 people to attend this. We'll call it a training. And the online platform that I will be using is Zoom. All right, we'll save this. Here on this screen, I'm going to figure out what it is that people should be able to do by the end of these 60 minutes. And Soapbox has tried to take a guess here, identify at least 3 difficult participant behaviors, brainstorm ways, prioritize ways to engage, demonstrate the ability. No, none of those. And so I'm going to have, for part of this training program, I'm going to have people, first of all, list the components of the principles of adult learning. Okay, I want people to be able to at least tell me why or what the key principles of adult learning are in order to be able to offer some rhyme and reason behind why a training program may have been developed the way it was. So we'll save that. And then the other thing I want people to be able to do by the end of this is to, let's see. Oh, make a connection between principles of adult learning and the way the current training curriculum is organized. So in a 60-minute presentation, people can probably realistically do between 1 and 2 things new or different or better. And so we have this training program that's put together. I'm going to put generate your presentation. And in just under 3 minutes, Soapbox has created a sequence and flow of activities for me. And so in this particular lesson plan, we would perhaps start out with a demonstration. I don't think that's going to be the best way to do it. And so we'll take a look at this activity. And I don't think this is the right one. So I'm going to switch to a different activity. And the first thing I want people to do is, I like this, complete the sentence. So we're going to have people complete a sentence that talks about what an effective training program might be. And I'll go back and edit that in just a minute, but I want to make sure that we have the right activities here. And then what we might do here is list maybe the top 5 principles of adult learning. Actually, I'm just going to introduce people to 3, and so I'm going to edit this and say that we're going to do just 3, the top 3. It's going to be a top 3 list. Top 3 principles of adult learning. And I don't even think we'll take 12 minutes. Maybe we'll take about 8 minutes to talk about that. Go ahead and save that. And then to apply this, make sure people get it. We have an activity about bingo. I don't know that we'll necessarily do a bingo activity. What else might we be able to do here? I think that what we can do is just use the chat feature and have people brainstorm some different ways that some of these different adult learning principles would be integrated into some sort of training program. And then we want people to make a connection between principles of adult learning and the way the current training curriculum is organized. And so I don't know that we necessarily need another anchor activity here because we're talking about the same kind of topic, adult learning principles. And so I'm going to just take out the anchor activity and we'll get right into the content here. So we have another top 5 list. I don't think that we need to do that. Let's make a connection between adult learning principles and the way the curriculum is written. And so what we might do here is simply maybe tell a story about the way that the program has been developed. And then the next thing we'll want people to do is, I like this idea of a small group discussion and breakouts. Maybe people will actually take a look at the curriculum and discuss what adult learning principles they're seeing. And then the future use, a one-word goal. So what are people going to do by the end of this? I've just been using Soapbox for under 6 minutes, and we have a lesson plan ready to go with activities. I'm not going to bore you with how I would adjust each of these activities to actually fill in my content, but basically in under 10 minutes, we have a lesson plan that has been created here. Go ahead and stay tuned for the rest of the blog post, and if you scroll down below this video, I will post the final lesson plan. Thanks for paying attention, and we'll do another one next week.